Now you were actually involved with Nike for how many different sneakers now?
I've probably done over 8 sneakers for them.
8 sneakers for Nike. So how did that Nike partnership really come about?
Doing a partnership with Nike pretty much came about through my friends at Undefeated and my friend Berto, who basically ran the whole Syndicate Vans movement. With those guys on my side, I approached Nike and that there should be something for the West Coast, that something's missing, that every collaboration is a New York graffiti writer who's the shit, but not from here. So I was like, well, when you cover LA, you actually cover Texas, Arizona, all the Southwest, you know. So it took about a year, and with the right people co-signing me, it happened. But it did take a year, man, for them to understand how this culture impacts fashion.
Right. I remember you having the Air Force Ones with the Mexican colors on it, and you know, like the laser imprinting and stuff like that. Do you have a favorite out of all the ones that you've done with Nike?
I mean, I'd probably say one of my favorites was the Spider Web, because it was so limited, and then they actually couldn't sell it because they didn't have the textbook or they didn't have the copyrights for the web. So they were like, they didn't want to get sued by Marvel Comics, who owns the web.
Oh, interesting. So Marvel Comics owns the actual web?
On apparel.
Wow. That's a cold copyright, man.
With them not being able to sell them and only like 100 pairs being made, or maybe I think 500 pairs, they went up to like 2 G's a pair, you know.
So when you see them on eBay now, they're about 2,000?
They're probably about a G right now with the way times are going, you know.
Sure.
But it's a trip. Working with them and working with Vans is a real pleasure because all your samples come out top shelf. I mean, you never get a sample back from Nike and be like, man, this is whack, what's up with that? It's always out of control, you know.
Would you consider yourself a sneakerhead?
I'm not I wear my shoes, so I mean, I have, you know, shoes I probably shouldn't be wearing, like the Undefeated Jordans, 4s, all that stuff. But no, I have a couple closets full, but I see real, you know, Clark Kent and these guys. I'm not a sneakerhead if you compare me to them. You know?
What's the crown jewel in your sneaker collection?
When I look at I think maybe those Undefeateds or maybe the crown jewel of at least the J's, and I have some crazy hand-done leather ones that they made like 20 pairs of.
Of what? Of
Air Force One, that this man from Italy took this leather and all the gold's real on it. So it's crazy. Came in like a laser box, I mean a wooden box.
Really?
So I mean, but I'll rock them shits, you know what I mean?
You wear them all, you don't put them in plastic.
I get a couple pairs, you know what I mean? But yeah, I wanna wear them at a car show. You know, it's better nowadays. We don't have to go buy 500 pairs of white Air Force Ones, you know?
Yeah, I hated those days, man.
Kind of
you
glad
wear
that
them like
shit's
3
past
times and they don't look right anymore.
Yeah. So I love that that's over. I love that the jewelry game's over, other than watches and shit like that. Right. You know, now it's probably even more expensive with APs and Hublots and shit, you know? So but all that.
Yeah, that's good. That's cool. That was never my thing either. I'm glad that played out.
You still saw it downhill from there.
Why do you think that is?
Because the designers are whack. They obviously switched designers, because you're not going to tell me that the same designer who created those masterpieces started creating them whack ass shit that they got in Foot Action and House of Hoops now.
I've been a hip hop artist since '95. You buy a lot of shit, you get a lot of free shit, you get connected to a lot, you can't fit all of that shit. And then you have a bunch of people who you're around who don't have the means to get those. So there's certain people you just gotta be like, yo, here, take these shits. Like me and Kiss actually had that